Veteran Service Program Update by Dwayne Driscoll. Dwayne's update includes his thumbnail photo used and described in previous issues of the Bulletin. The image reveals Dwayne wearing the customary dark long-sleeved shirt with the BVA name and logo above the left pocket. The coarse brick background is visible immediately behind him. His pose in the photo is a totally serious one. The text of the write-up reads as follows. The Veteran Service Program, VSP, represents veterans of each era with every imaginable illness and injury, many related to service and going well beyond vision loss. Blinded veterans have endured injuries related to severe conditions and disease related to environmental exposures, including every kind of presumptive. While we specialize in claims related to visual impairment, the VSP provides well-rounded representation in all areas of VA compensation and pension benefits. Some blinded veterans have also suffered military sexual trauma, MST, in service, causing post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. A successful claim of entitlement to service connection for PTSD consists of 3 elements. First, the claimant must present a clear, clinical, and current diagnosis. This means they must seek treatment, which can be inside or outside of VA. No diagnosis means no disability and nothing to claim. If the diagnosis is something other than PTSD, or if the PTSD was treated in service, the theory of entitlement would then change from what is outlined here. Secondly, the diagnosis must be linked to a stressor suffered on active duty. In other words, the incident in service caused the current condition and not something else. Most often, this comes from the VA Compensation and Pension Examiner. Finally, the stressor must be verified. For combat veterans, the stressor is conceded when the DD2R shows an award denoting combat, such as Purple Heart. Some years ago, the standards were relaxed to allow the examiner to link the diagnosis to a general fear of enemy action, rather than a specific stressor. And in those cases, the stressor is also conceded. However, many MST-related claims of entitlement to service connection for PTSD get denied because the stressor cannot be verified. Often, the victim was so embarrassed about being sexually assaulted that it went unreported, especially for victims of a male-on-male assault. Or perhaps the victim's complaints were covered up and never recorded. Maybe the old paper file got lost or pertinent documents were never added to the file. The regional office must deny the claim when there is a lack of supporting evidence. There is still hope. Sometimes we can scrutinize from the service personnel records that something happened. When a service member has 4.0 evals and then suddenly drops into the unsatisfactory range, that's a sign. Going AWOL after getting a good conduct medal could mean something. All these little things add up and can point to something unseen. Often, we know these claims will be denied when we file them, and this is a rare exception to our practice of only filing claims when there is supporting evidence. We will try to resolve the claim locally, and failing that, appeal to the Board of Veterans' Appeals, where the claimant can offer sworn testimony, which becomes evidence sufficient to place the claim in a relative equipoise status. This means the evidence is equally for and against, which goes in the claimant's favor.